Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the tangle Ynix from Zentangle. Okay, so as you can see from the graphic on the front, this is an organic type of tangle. You can have it, grow however you want it to grow. It's relatively simple. Sometimes the ones that look simple are a little bit more difficult. It's just really odd. And then there's some that look so complicated, but yet they're so easy. All right, this one, I'm going to tell you, I have a challenge with it, and so we're gonna go through it together. I've done it, many times before. All right, so here's what a seed is. A seed is a curved line going one direction, and then curved line going the opposite direction, and you have both points meet, even if it needs a little help like that. And you say it looks like a piece of rice, but it looks like a seed. That's what we call a seed. So for this tangle, we're going to, I'm gonna make like a corner here with these two seeds. And it's okay to have them trace, have them like butt up right next to each other like that. And then here is like, that's the easy part. Now it's a matter of getting, we're going to do the same thing, all the way up, but you want to keep them kind of tight together. And that's where I a lot of times run into a problem. So let's, I'm going to do it upside down. Let's just see if that helps. And oddly, as I was playing, I found it, okay, that's a little too nerve-wracking. So, well, okay, but let's just do it. Okay, that looks like a straight line. Sometimes if it looks like a straight line, just make sure the other line is curved and then it's all right. Let's maybe not do it that way. I don't know. What I have a challenge with is having them, let's just make that to more of a little bit of a point. We can always touch stuff up. All right, let's try this again on this side. Okay, that was better. And let's try it. It's just like, okay, each time we're trying, it's like, oh, well, let's try it again. And so the challenge is like, this seems like it's getting narrower, but I want to keep them, because you can see they're kind of alternating, but I want to have them also all sticking out like so. And everyone has their own, different strengths, challenges with tangles, and it's just a matter. This is all for me. It's like a personal growth thing. And then sometimes mine get a little bit thin and weird looking. And this is one that you can, stop whenever you want. When I think I'm going to do maybe one more. Yeah, just a smaller one here. Okay. Other thing, feel comfortable flipping the tile. So if something doesn't feel comfortable in your hand, try changing the tile. That's what I do. And then let me go from the opposite direction and just play. Zentangle is one of those, I'll get on my soapbox. Let me get on my soapbox while I do the next step, which is aura-ing. And to aura is basically to outline. And so while I'm doing that, then I'll get on my soapbox. Soapbox being that, and then you pick how you want, the distance that you want, and then you work your best to try to keep it. Okay, so soapbox moment as we're doing this. So Zentangle is so much more than just making cool art, doing these really, really neat patterns. It was started as a way to teach meditation through art, and personally, I found both of those things through Zentangle. My mother introduced me to this. Not being an artist, she thought I might enjoy it, and I do. We both went and got certified to teach because, wanted to teach it, but we both like to make sure that we're doing things the right way, and, wanted to get certified from the founders of it. All right, I'm coming up a little bit, and then I'm drawing a little bit of a line because I'm trying in my aura, because see how these little tips are tight? I wanted to kind of accentuate that and following that contour and you can kind of accentuate it a little bit more. That's what I was trying to do here. So that way, if it's like, well, if it's a little tight, we can kind of make up a little bit that way. So as I mentioned, so it's more than just drawing these tangles sometimes. And I know for me, there's a lot of personal growth. So, and figuring out, oh, well, you know, I seem to work this way, I seem to work that way. And I know, you know, Zentangle has a saying that life imitates art, or is it art imitates life? I'm going to have to look it up. They imitate each other, and it's a really, really neat thing. And so sometimes I find, just for myself, I'll get introspective, yeah, and you know, and just exploring, how do I think, how do I do things, and then also working to maybe not be afraid to try something new or change something up a little bit. So it's you know, rather neat. All right, so we have this here. So we have one. If you want to add to it, of course you can. So, but we do the aura first, and then just start out from wherever you want to go with it. And so I'm going to maybe have one come out at a different angle here. And this is where you would probably end up utilizing, say, the hollow bow technique. And so I'm going to, let's see. Okay, I'm just gonna start one right here. Okay, well, we can get a full seed there. And then if I'm going up this direction, well, I might not get a full one. So what I'm gonna do is we'll just do like a partial here, and okay, that would be the other end of it right there. So the hollow bow technique is the art of drawing behind. So you just have to picture, well, where would this seed be, and either, you know, go through the motions that you would and put your pen down and draw where there's empty space, and then picking it up so you're not drawing over. So you do that. Or if, you know, after a while you kind of get, let's put a line right there. That's important. You kind of get, you know, sort of, you know, better at it, and you can then just, oh, okay, well, let's just put a curve line there and a curve line there. Oh, and it looks good. All right, and then we'll start here. And that's why I'm doing kind of this side first, so that way I can see, well, where am I coming to? And I'm going to just end that one there. Maybe a little bit longer on these. Maybe that's also a trick, just because I like to have more of a gap here, personally. You know, and however you want to do them. So if I say I want to end it there, great. Then the next step is same thing, where we're auraing that. And then say, like, on this other side, you know, we're not going to have a lot of space, but I do think that it's one of those things where get in what you can of it. Because I call it makes it convincing, is how I look at it. All right, so that's the basic design, and you can go as crazy as you want with it. One way to shade this is you can really, well, I'm not going to necessarily just go right up the middle. I'm going to spread some graphite kind of going in each direction from the base. You could just probably put a line of graphite right up there and go with it. All right, tortillon. And then I'm just gonna, well, I think I had a lot on, I think I had a lot already on there, and I should have taken a look. Oh, that's all right. Lots of options with this one. You could, you know, color in the you know, the aura'd part if you wanted to. Oh, that looks neat. Could, you know, have a little bit less inside and have it, you know, more just right up the stem, and then maybe add a little to the tips if you wanted to. But that's the basic idea of it. And it's a neat tangle. Just for me, it takes me a little time to kind of get in the groove of it and to get the hang of it. But, you know, even, it's funny, even as like, okay, I'm not really liking this, but at the same time, once I get the shading done, and, you know, even just doing the aura alone sometimes makes an enormous difference. And I'm just putting a little thicker graphite right up here. Oh, see, that makes a difference. Sometimes just getting some nice shading in there with, you know, nice contrast it will turn something that you might not like, because I do that to myself all the time, and into something like, oh, well, wow, look at that. That's neat. Gives it a little bit more definition, a little bit more life, and, you know, it's one of those, okay, that makes me a little happier. Let me show you something I did a while back. This was, I think, an autumn Tangle class that I taught. And so I did the Ynix right here in the corner. Now, this is a tan Zentangle, Renaissance tiles, we call them. And this one, I did this shading the same way, but because it's on the Renaissance, you can add a little white on the tips, and it just adds a little something extra. But again, it's a neat tangle to, you know, have fun and play with. And, you know, it's neat also for, without filling in, if you just want to do a little corner of something. You know, like this. You know, I actually, if I had it going the other way, that would be kind of cool too. But anyway, lots of uses for it. Lots of fun to be had with it. And I hope you enjoyed. So if you did, would love to have you, you know, give us a thumbs up. Subscribe. Feel free to share the video. And let's see what else. Oh, in the description section are links to step outs and information to connect with me. If you'd like to, you know, take a class sometime, I do a number of free classes. I do have some paid classes also. Website is down there in the description box, so that way if you're interested, would love to have you join us on a Thursday for some Tangle time. With that, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.